Good morning. Welcome to Tuesday morning's Early Morning Intuitive Guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum here with some words of wisdom to get your day off to a good start. And my eyes are driving me nuts today. I walked last night about 1.5 miles each way to the meeting at the church, and after I was partway there, remembering that they had said there was an air quality advisory because of the fires in Canada, and yeah, my eyes are like, this is not so great. And I'm a little raspy today, so if I'm channeling my inner pink, you'll know why. So we'll give it a minute or two here for people to pop in, to find me again. And in the interim, let's do a little breathing and tapping. So we just want to tap right here. Nice deep belly breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Just breathing. There we go. Now we're getting some people popping on. Good morning, Joe Neal. Welcome, welcome. We're just doing a little tapping to get everything awakened and moving. Some nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Good morning, Cindy. Good morning, Janine. Welcome, welcome. Everybody's starting to roll in. Looks like there's one other person here and your name hasn't rolled, but I'm glad you're here. So in through the nose, out through the mouth. There we go. Abigail. It's Abigail. Good morning, good morning. Thank you for the beautiful sunny stuff. I appreciate it. Today I think we're actually supposed to have sun for a little bit. You partied too much. Uh-oh. Yeah, for me it was merely the wildfires from Canada that are setting off all the red eyes and drippy nose. And good morning, Gwen. Glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. Everybody's starting to roll in. We have an awesome card today, and I hope it kind of gets you thinking about some things in a different way. That was all we were working on last night at the meeting, was helping people see things in a different way, and got some interesting insights into some things. So we had gotten our final report from GLCI, the group that had done some assessment for us for this housing project, and we called it the final report. Unfortunately, some people, we read final as meaning GLCI had done their work for us and it was complete. They read final as this is etched in stone and this is the way it's going to go. Despite there being things in the narrative, good morning, Barb, glad you're here, welcome, that made it clear. We were now at choice points. The church will make some decisions, yada, yada, yada. So we had a half dozen people who showed up loaded for bear, pissed off that they didn't know what was going on and what is all this stuff and blah, blah, blah. So, but it didn't take long. We kept our cool and talked for about 20 minutes and you could feel the energy beginning to settle. So I think we're in a much better spot. It was kind of a perfect storm of things where the church was turning over administrative staff at the point where information was being disseminated, and it wasn't disseminated as fully or clearly as would have been good. And yeah, and me looking at it from the perspective of final report. Yes, they've done their work. It's the final report, not final in terms of this is the be-all and end-all. So yeah, we had quite an interesting evening. But again, I practiced my non-defensive communication quite frequently during the course of the meeting, and things turned out pretty well. So I think we have people more on the same page and ready to move forward again. So that was all good. But I was pretty pooped by the time I got home, and I think it was 6:45, and I hadn't had supper, and lunch had been at like 11 o'clock to accommodate clients and other things. So yeah, yesterday was kind of took a toll. So slept like a rock. Here we are, we'll run and do it again. So, our card for today is Earth Magic, Stephen D. Farmer. This deck has been popping up repeatedly lately, hasn't it? And I'm thinking part of that is about where we're at in taking care of Mother Earth and needing frequent reminders that we are of Mother Earth, not separate from her, and that we all need to be doing our part. And that whatever part we do is good. is good. Good morning, Mel. I know there are people who are upset that they cannot do more. If you're doing what you can do, recycle your stuff, walk if you can, turn your appliances down and off, whatever you can do. Picking up garbage, everything counts. Everything counts. So I want to show you the back of the card again because we haven't looked at it in a while. As above, so below. That always pops into my mind when I look at this. Good morning, Angie. Welcome, welcome. So keeping in mind, everything is connected. Everything's connected. And our card reiterates that today. Green Man, synergy. And if you look, those, let me see if I can put the book down and not lose my page. There. Those little white spots right here and here are the eyes. The orange is the nose. So it's a, yes, Green Man. Oh, awesome. I'm glad you have a Green Man plaque. That's pretty cool. Synergy. Synergy. Let's talk about synergy. Because again, until we get everyone understanding this synergy, we're setting ourselves up for continued problems. We must see there is no us and them. There is no other. It's all one. Green Man, synergy. Green Man is Earth's vegetation personified. Although he has many variations, this card, let me show you again, depicts a more subtle and embedded representation. In other portrayals, he resembles the face of a man covered in green foliage as branches and vines sprout from every direction. There exists some form of Green Man throughout history and in a myriad of cultures throughout the world. Often a symbol for the rebirth of life in springtime, he's also associated with the Lord of the Wildwood. As a representative of the plant kingdom, Green Man reminds us of the incredible synergy required for Gaia, Mother Earth, to maintain her delicate and dynamic, good morning Peggy, welcome, dynamic balance among the various beings on the planet. So hear that, a delicate and dynamic balance among the beings on the planet. Good morning, Chrissy, glad you're here. Good morning to all of those who snuck past as I was reading. Synergy is the interaction and cooperation of two or more elements that produce a combined effect greater than the sum of their separate efforts. That is exactly what I'm wanting to see happen with this project. The churches in particular, if they can get it together and come together as a group and not each church individually trying to do a piece of this, bring it together. The synergy of all of that human energy and potential is going to be unstoppable. Good morning, Carolyn. Welcome. Glad you're here. Unstoppable. So we just need, in all areas of our life, we need to help people see that. Yes, most of us struggle with group work because everybody has their own opinions and ideas. Most of us have not been trained. Oh, yeah, show you my unstoppable. I am unstoppable. There it is. That was from, was that the last Tony Robbins or the one before? But that became my theme. So I've got it sitting right here. So when we have events like yesterday, where it's taxing, working with people, I keep telling myself that. I am unstoppable. This project is unstoppable. We're going forward. We're moving ahead. And when we combine our efforts, we can go much further. That saying, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Makes total sense. Total sense. All right? Good morning, good morning. Glad you're here, Carolyn. So, let's see here. We witness this in the complex and cooperative interaction between plants, humans, and animals. For instance, fruit trees propagate by being eaten by an animal that then deposits seeds back into the earth after digestion. As a new plant grows, bees pollinate the flowers, and we all know what's happening with the bees right now, right? Good morning, Cheryl. Let's get rid of the Roundup. Hello. This is so, yeah. And the cycle begins once again in nature's simple yet remarkable synergy. When indigenous people plant, and they put together corn, beans, and squash, the three sisters. There's synergy that happens among those three plants that allows each of them to become much more than they would have been otherwise. Good morning, Morgan. Glad you're here. Awesome, awesome. Synergy, working together. It's really very simple. We just have to eliminate some of the secondary gains that people get. Oh, Roundup. Yeah, well, my dad had lymphoma. I will tell you, it is directly the result of the Roundup. He refuses to be a part of the class action lawsuit against Roundup, I think because if he participates, it's like he's validating that indeed this crap gave him lymphoma. Had a neighbor who lost 3 little dogs, one after the other after that. They lived a couple of years and that was it. Why? She rounded up her whole lawn, and then her dogs were on the lawn. Good morning, Judy. Welcome, welcome. Roundup is the devil. Do not use it. It is bad for humans. It's bad for everything. Bad for critters. No, 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 no. Out it goes. So, this is the part that's talking directly to us. Ready? Let's do a breath. Opening ourselves to receive the part of the message here that's for us. You have the advantage of an incredible synergy at this point. A flow of life is guiding you, where things just seem to fall into place as you move about your business. You are in a mutually cooperative interaction with Spirit, as your will is aligned with the will of Spirit. And your mission is congruent with your sense of purpose. When this is happening, there is synergy, a way that your life force is continually coming into balance with the forces of nature. And when you do things, good morning, Jo Bell, welcome, welcome. When you do things for others, they do things for others. Eventually, it may take 10 rounds till it comes back to you. It will come back to you. Yes, exactly. So, you definitely read your labels. There is much out there. And if you look at other countries, there are many substances that they have banned that we have not. And the direct reason why we have not is who is in whose pocket, who has the money to buy what they need in terms of votes to keep crap on the market, okay? So, Morgan is indicating she'd be happy to send some things if you're interested, so you can respond to her if you'd like. But again, coming into balance. Mother Earth has a delicate balance that we, the humans, mess up all the time. All the time. So, let us change that in our own little ways. How can we care for Mother Earth? If you are into farming, let's look at how do you farm without turning the soil over repeatedly, which causes you to lose surface earth. It blows away, right? Remember those videos from the Dust Bowls? And that's the substance blowing away. It takes 500 years to make an inch of topsoil when nature has left her own devices. Can we speed some things up through composting, etc.? Yes. However, we must make changes. We must make changes. So, here's more. There is also a synergy between your spiritual awareness and your personal self, or ego. Be aware of the various idiosyncrasies of your ego and do not take them too seriously. So again, our ego is meant to be in service to our heart and soul. It is the faithful servant. Do not deify it. Do not elevate it to listening to your ego, competition, scarcity, fear, doubt, all that stuff. That's your ego. Your heart and soul knows better. Your heart and soul knows better, all right? So, Know that your higher self is always looking out for your best interests. In this cycle, tune into that guidance, however it shows up, and you will find that you move through life with greater ease due to a synergistic balance of forces expressing themselves as you. So, it's about tuning into yourself. It's about tuning into the rhythms of the world. As women, we resonate with the moon tremendously. Okay? So, let's take a moment. I'd like you to close your eyes. And I'd like you to take a nice deep breath in and out, grounding through your feet into Mother Earth, feeling those roots being driven deeply into Mother Earth, and breathing deeply and easily with Mother Earth. As you inhale, she's inhaling. As you exhale, she's exhaling. Look at the synergy between human beings and plants. We take in oxygen that the plants create for us. We exhale carbon dioxide that the plants use in their own metabolic processes. Yes. Thank you, Cindy. Yes. Know that your higher self is always looking out for you and your best interests. So, tune in. What's your guidance? There's a reason those of you, 12 of you, are on here, and Morgan's posted the things she's posted. Read them. Learn some things. There is amazing literature out there. There's much research done, and good quality research, much of which gets squelched because of industry interests. And when you're reading research, look at who funded the research. If the chemical company funded the research, what's the likelihood that that researcher is going to feel some pressure to exonerate the chemical company? Just a thought. See where the money goes. See where the money comes from, see where the money goes, and you will be able to understand why things look the way they look. And there are always the voices saying, wait a minute, let's look at this. This isn't good research. This is, here's good research. It's been squelched. Couldn't get it published in a decent peer-reviewed journal because of X, Y, or Z. Pay attention. Pay attention. Do I want to view this as conspiracy theory? No, not really. No, not really. I want to look at it as people respond to their own self-interests. There's this great video. If you have not seen it, well, there's many great videos, but one of them, it's called Bad River, and it's about the Bad River Indian tribe in Wisconsin taking Enbridge Oil Company out of Canada to court for running through their lands. The permit expired, I believe, 13 years ago. So they are trespassing on native soil, and they won't remove their damn pipeline. So they're taking them through the court system, and it's taking forever. And when you listen to the Enbridge people, it's like talking heads. Google Enbridge whistleblower if you want to see a little documentary that'll blow your mind. And recently, there's a reason why they try to shut these people up, right? Remember Silkwood? Same shit. Same shit. The information is out there. Pay attention to it. Bring it into your conscious awareness. We are strong enough to allow all this crappy stuff to be in our conscious awareness. Yes, exactly. It blows your mind. But minds are incredible tools or weapons, right? So if you are on board with a group of people, one of our greatest needs is the need to feel a sense of belonging, right? And when you create us versus them situations, it feeds that need. Ooh, I belong because I'm in the us. I'm not a them. So I belong. We so crave that feeling of belonging. We're willing to cut loose our other human beings. We're willing to damage Mother Earth. We're willing to close our eyes and ears, la 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 la, to the reality of circumstances. The more we can pay attention, yes, I know some of it's overwhelming, but all it's going to take is getting to the tipping point. More and more people watching documentaries like this, seeing what reality is, seeing how big corporations, which in America are viewed as people, run amok, how they run amok. When something has begun to be traded publicly, and I'll give you my example of this, when a company goes public with their stock, they now have to answer to stockholders. So they want to see as big a financial gain as possible. Be careful what you are a stockholder in also. Obviously, the people who are calling for universities to divest funds from the Israeli-Palestinian stuff, they're calling for that for reasons. That the buck stops here. When we start pulling money out of things that are being funded in ways we don't want to see happen, funding the war machine. How many companies are you invested in that are funding the war machine? I've been slowly kind of pulling, as I realize things, pulling out of some of those, investing my money elsewhere. I'd rather have my money invested in green energy. I'd rather have my money invested in farming practices that are healthier for Mother Earth. There's lots of opportunities here, lots of opportunities. But again, the more we speak up on no, I'm not willing to buy Roundup. I'm not willing to have any stock investment in companies that make those kind of chemicals. I'm not willing, et cetera, et cetera. And there's all manner of things. So they will, so back when they did spraying for bugs in our neighborhood, air spraying. So they said, well, keep your kids in for an hour or two. Are you kidding me? You dropped these chemicals all over the neighborhood. So I called and complained and said, I didn't want spraying. They said, well, we'll lift up by your house and then come back down and spray again. Really? You don't think wind blows? Come on, what the hell? So my kids stayed inside for quite a chunk of time. They weren't happy about it, but I could not see having that. There were kids out playing as the sprayer was spraying. Whatever. Don't you think there's a reason why so many women have breast cancer now? Hello. Yeah. So there's much to be done. Pick an area, pick something that's near and dear to your heart. Do that. And I'll give you my example of that. My sister is rabid. That's a great word. Rabid about dogs. So she supports shelters. She gets sheltered dogs. She has 3 dogs right now. Sometimes she has 4. Dogs are her thing. Good morning, Susan. And sometimes she will say, and she supports a lot of people through the mission funds also. But sometimes she will say, well, I feel like I ought to be doing something more important. I'm like, no. Do what chimes for you. The reason being, if it chimes for you, you're going to be consistent and you're going to do it. And there are enough of us in this world that if everybody picked something, pick the cause that's important to you. Pick a cause that's important to you. I have several. Taking good care of our water, taking good care of Mother Earth, taking good care of our air. That's important to me. Having housing for people. There was a woman who died in Appleton last week in her car because she had lost her apartment trying to get her insulin. So expensive. So Chrissy, it's elderly people. Fabulous. Pick your place. So this woman died because she couldn't get the support she needed. This is unconscionable in a country as rich as this, that we have people dying in their vehicles because they can't get the medical care they need. Not cool. So, back to our card for today. I'll get off my little soapbox here. But find your niche. Find where you can be of service. What's important to you? and Green Man. Synergy, synergy. You bring all those voices together and it's powerful. We have Esther here in town, which is a subsidiary of, I don't think they use that word, but they're a branch of Wisdom. Wisdom, Esther, there's a bunch of them. Jonah, I can't even remember them all. But anyway, they each pick their thing. Some of them pick dealing with formerly incarcerated people and helping them navigate a world that is very set to put them back in prison. So you can't get housing, you're homeless, back in prison. You can't get a job, you're not working, back in prison. We have to work on this stuff. We have to call it to people's attention. If you don't know, I mean, it certainly didn't make the newspaper, certainly probably didn't make the news that this woman died in her car because she couldn't get the health care she needed. I'm saying it. 13 of you are hearing it. Hopefully at least some of you will pass it on to others. Cindy shared a story in their feed. Read that, pass that on. We need to know this stuff. We need to know that there are 500 some kids in the Appleton area school district who experienced homelessness this school year. This school year. How do you learn anything when you're living in your parents' car? Yeah, so lots to fix. We are capable. We have strong hands. We have strong minds. We have strong hearts. We can do this. Pick something, join in, do a little piece, pick up garbage as you take a walk. Yes. Good morning, Diane. We're just about done, but I'll post it. I was on my soapbox again. So think about synergy. Think about gathering the people with you. Think about joining gatherings of people where you can be powerful. Where you can be powerful. All right? All right. Have an awesome Tuesday. We'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are, including joining and creating synergy to change our world. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.